Thank you so much for joining us, Ohio Press Secretary for the Trump campaign here in Ohio. Like I said, last push. What does today look like for you guys, and what is it going to take, in your opinion, for the president to re-win Ohio?
Trump victory never left Ohio after the 2016 election. We've continued to build off that huge victory that we saw, 4 years ago. Since then, we've been continuing to build out our ground game and our presence in the state. We're in a great position to use all of the resources and the relationships and the volunteers and the staff that we have on the ground now to turn out voters in a huge way tomorrow on election day.
So the president won by a good margin, 8 points 4 years ago. All of the polls that I'm seeing right now, you guys are virtually tied. The former Vice President Biden and President Trump virtually tied. How confident are you guys that you can take Ohio again?
Oh, absolutely. Very confident we're going to take Ohio again. Support from this president, from law enforcement, from workers, from people across the state of Ohio is absolutely unprecedented. Here in the state, our field program is stronger than any field program the state of Ohio has ever seen. We've already contacted over 15 million voters just here in the state of Ohio, over 3.8 million of those via door, the rest on phones. The conversations that we're having with Ohioans are very encouraging, and people are really excited to get back out and reelect the president for 4 more years.
So the president has been here several times, but he did not come here this weekend or today. But the Biden campaign is here today. What was that went into that decision, and do you think that is going to make a difference at the polls tomorrow?
Well, the president is without question working harder than Joe Biden ever, could, even if he wanted to. He's doing multiple rallies a day for the past few days, hitting major battleground states. We had a great rally with him in Circleville not long ago. The vice president was here within a few days of that rally twice. Ivanka Trump was up in Youngstown not long ago. The president's surrogates, the president himself, the vice president, they've never wavered in their commitment to the people of Ohio. And the momentum that we've built over the last few weeks is really going to carry us to a huge win on election day.
Here in Ohio, what does an 8-year Trump presidency look like for Buckeyes versus a 4-year one?
So one of the things that you never really hear anybody say is that President Trump doesn't do exactly what he said he's going to do. He made promises to Ohio's workers, families, and communities 4 years ago, and he delivered on those promises. We had the greatest economy that we've had in the past 50 years, which was obviously halted in some ways, saved millions of lives because of the coronavirus and the president's early action to fight the coronavirus. But when he's reelected, we're really going to see another great American comeback story. The president's agenda is very robust for the next 4 years, and Ohioans are very excited to give him and Vice President Pence the opportunity to, deliver that agenda.
So about half of Ohio, probably half of the country, has already voted at this point. What is your final push? What is your final message to those who might still be on the fence, or if they're not on the fence, they just don't want to or aren't planning on going out and voting tomorrow?
Yeah, so there's no question which of these candidates is going to be better for the American people. Joe Biden has a 47-year failed record for the people of this country. He promises to raise taxes. He promises to shut down the country again. What the president is promising is a path forward, a way for Americans to thrive again, for America to be strong again. And I think for anyone who's on the fence still, just go look at the record of these two candidates. It could not be clearer who is more fit at this point to lead this country into a better tomorrow.
All right. What is your final message, I guess, for voters? Last question for you. What is your final message for voters as they head to the polls? Well, they've got about an hour left here in Ohio for early voting, and then all day tomorrow. What is your final message for them?
The most important thing that you can do right now is just make sure you get to the polls. Here in Ohio, we have a very safe and secure voting system. As you said, a lot of people have had the chance to vote early or absentee. For everyone who hasn't, they should be fully confident that they can go to the polls tomorrow on election day and cast their vote for President Trump and to secure 4 more years for this president.
All right, Dan, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.